To the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Houston Texans. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And it's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And his first pass is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Going quickly out wide to Moore. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. In a wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. First carry for Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They run again on first down, Chubb. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
This 2nd and 4. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
On first down, here's Stroud. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, smash Bronco! Go!
Now Stroud. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and it's now 3-0 Texans. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
The Browns drive about to get started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. A strong running. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Watson on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt.
Back deep is Steven Sims.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And just shutting it off there. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
1st down, they go right back to Pierce. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. On 2nd down, it's Stroud.
Flush to his right. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their 1st-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Go, Reed, go. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready.
Stroud looking to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Go check. Go check. Dragon 60. Ready, ready.
Stroud to throw it.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here's Stroud. Finds his man. It's John Mechie.
And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 yards there, just like last play.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Get it. Check smash. Check smash.
Stroud.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Singletary here running out of the gun. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal.
On the set. Hey, hey, check that. Check that. Hurt, hurt. Hurt, hurt.
Pierce.
Is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL, so they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
More the motion man right. And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Chubb.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson. And this one is incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Second and 10.
Throwing again is Watson.
And the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Offensively, everything thinking what's going on here. 1 for the first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around. Not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Here's Watson. And that is incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Let's go now.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Check that. Street.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The second down throw now from Stroud.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
The Texans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Panther Street.
Stroud out of the gun here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. But Charles, you look at this offense. They're the #1 seed, a Super Bowl favorite, but it's hard to avoid the topic that this is a rookie quarterback under center making his first ever postseason appearance. Any concern level there?
Well, I would think that we'd all have some concern because, you know, a rookie quarterback, that's just not normal, right? But I think I'd be a lot more concerned if they were the 6 or 7 seed and had to go on the road and play in a hostile environment. What if it was cold outside? But here you've got a guy who's been solid all year, led them to all those wins, a #1 seed. I think they have unquestioned belief in him. They also feel like they have a responsibility to help carry him along as well.
2 yards to go, second down. Pierce now up the middle. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line.
Alert! 60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat!
And Stroud now to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3.
But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Touchdown, Houston. Robert Woods, 48 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10.
That's going to be caught. It's James Prochet.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's got some space here. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 34 yards there and a first down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Texans' 27-yard line.
Chubb on the counter. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. 107 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now it's Watson.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Put the boy down, he's coming.
Now Watson. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. Hopkins' kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of the team, and they could come out looking real sharp in the second half.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And with a 17-3 cushion already, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. Short throw into the hands of Jordan.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Buffalo 18, trap 60, trap 60. Big Lion. Ready, ready.
Throwing now is Stroud.
That's caught at the 25. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stroud. That is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Again on 2nd down, it's Stroud. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Come on, come on.
3rd and 3.
Hey. Check smash, check smash.
Stroud working out of the gun.
Escaping the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
A final shot before the break. Watson.
That went behind his man. Incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Got it. Ready?
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Fix the eagle, fix the eagle.
Looking to throw. Stroud.
That is caught by Dell.
A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 8.
Ready.
Operating from the gun. Stroud over the middle. That's caught by Mechie. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Get up. Panther Street. Panther Street. Ready, ready.
Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fighting his way through contact.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2nd down and 6 now.
18, rattle it. Panther 11. Panther 11. Hey, smash Broncos. Go.
Now Stroud. This ball caught by Mechie.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead. You're looking at moving on to the conference championship. And he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
Stroud now on 1st and 10.
Eluding the pressure right.
This will be complete to Mechie.
A executed, 22-yard gain.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line, because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
Big Lion.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We've still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Stroud to throw it.
Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted.
Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
After the interception, here's Watson.
That's into the hands of Crochet.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
It's 2nd and inches at the 16-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield, because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Back now in Houston, it's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So 2 1st downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And there is Amari Cooper. And it's out. He put it on the carpet.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time.
Check smash, check smash.
Singletary to get the drive started. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Okay, ready? Third. Right there, right. Let go.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8.
Mustang 19. Go.
Stroud. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Maurice Hurst able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Stroud on third down now. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here we go.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Here's Stroud. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, let's go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. They begin this drive with Chubb. Wiggles free. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
The Browns on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Watson. 20. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Chubb. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal.
Here's Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Browns have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
17.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Here's Steven Sims on the return from his end zone.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to put their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. 77 yards rushing for him now to this point.
A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have
taking it right down Broadway. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Steven Sims Jr., 88 yards.
And the Texans are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try to ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Watson. And And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Will Anderson, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Watson on 1st down. This complete to David Bell. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Eric Murray. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Ready? Check, 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 hurt, hurt. Ready?
Pierce gets this one running right.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there,
the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew,